Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Amadai podcast. Today, I'm pleased to host Angelique Libese to talk about Blue Band or BB, as most of us used to call it in school. And yeah, karibu sana.
Thank you. Thanks
How
for
are
having
you?
me.
How are you?
I am well.
Yeah,
I'm glad to be here.
good stuff. Um, Tell me about this brand, as far as the history is concerned, because I feel like a lot of us grew up with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
I mean, that's Blue Band for you, right? Blue Band's a brand that's been with us for probably as long as Kenya has been independent. It's 60 plus
Wow.
years old
Yeah.
in the market. I mean, it's been generations of Kenyans who've grown up with Blue Band, who it's basically a household name. It's something that we reminds us of our childhood. It's something that's still present in on our tables and in our homes. So in essence, it's a brand with so much legacy that really working with a brand means you really are stepping into a space where you're just a custodian, because everyone you speak to will have something about BB they remember. It's either a high school memory or something when they were growing up with mom, or something that they love to do with it now in terms of how they mix it into their food. So Blue Band is essentially a Kenyan brand. It's born and bred, I guess you can say that. It's manufactured here. Its legacy started way back with East Africa Industries, and then moved to Unilever, and now it's part of Upfield, which is a global company that is based with on plant-based spreads and oils. So essentially, that's the organization legacy, but the brand itself has remained consistent all the years that it's been around. And probably what we know is the transitions. We know way back, for those of us who, I'm revealing my age, when we had a tin, when Blue Band was in a tin, and
I
then that
remember.
moved into a plastic tub, and we know the tub now.
Yeah.
And of course, we've got it in various sizes. But I think a lot of the things about the brand have remained the same in terms of how it shows up, what it means, not just as part of what we eat, but also how it's played a part in everybody's life growing up and even now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How has Blue Band evolved from what we used to know till now?
So obviously, as a product, it has remained fairly consistent. So it's a margarine spread for bread. It's been known as that for a long time. It's been essentially made from good fats and has remained that in its essence, what we call the core. It's evolved in the sense that we talk about things like how it shows up in packaging. So it's evolved packaging wise into plastic tubs. We've evolved because we have now introduced other types of products that are also within the spreads category. So we have our low fat spread, which is commonly known as a spread for bread. Why? Because as we continue to look for ways for the brand to actually meet the needs, we have to be cognizant of how different consumers and different people, different families will want to consume the brand. So we don't want it to be out of reach. So, for example, the low-fat spread is an option that allows you to enjoy the taste of Blue Band just on bread. It's lower fat, as the name suggests, and it's quite versatile as well in terms of, you can enjoy it on your bread, on your chapati, but it's also slightly cheaper because based on how it's made, the intention was to have it available for people who just want a tasty spread that has the quality of Blue Band. So the brand evolves in the sense that it has to resonate with how people, are living their lives. We need to continuously look at maintaining the quality. So evolution in terms of how much more quality can we put into the brand. So the product is made from natural oils, which if you want to break it down is things like sunflower oil, palm oil, now canola oil, which is quite new. So there's a lot of evolution around improving and enhancing the quality and then offering different types of the product to meet different needs. We've also had a baking margarine, which was specifically formulated to get sort of that texture and fluffiness and buttery taste for people who do a lot of baking, who do cakes and muffins and things like that. So there's been a couple of those variants in the market, and we continue to look at ways to expand and evolve. But the things that remain consistent are obviously the identity of the brand and what we stand for. Because we're not just here for the sake of providing a commodity. We firmly believe in good nutrition. We believe that every human being, and especially children, have a right to accessible, good, healthy nutrition. And so one of the key things about Blue Band that has evolved and continues to be important for us is the vitamins and the omega-3 and 6 that we put into Blue Band. So what it means is that those are really essential for kids' growth and development. And for kids who don't have access to some of, the more high-end foods out there, just having some Blue Band with a meal, whether it's on your bread, in your porridge, allows kids to actually get what they need to grow and develop well. So that's at the core of everything we do. We want to provide healthy and tasty nutrition for kids. We want to be there for moms, because moms obviously are the anchor in the homes, to have something that they can use and provide with their kids that tastes good, because obviously if it doesn't taste good, then nobody's going to eat it.
The kids are not going to eat it.
And something that's healthy and nutritious.
Tell me about the products under the Blue Band range.
Okay, so we currently have Blue Band Original, and we have Blue Band Low Fat Spread, or Spread for Bread, as it was formerly known. So we have, in the spreads category, we have Blue Band Original, and we have Blue Band Low Fat Spread. We also have Blue Band Baking Margarine. We also have Blue Band Peanut Butter, which is fairly new, about a year and a half old. And then we have Blue Band Porridge, which is the newest baby that came about last year. And then we've got Blue Band Mayonnaise, which comes in two variants. There's Blue Band Real Mayonnaise, which is full fat, and we have Blue Band Light.
Tell me more about the spreads.
So the spreads is what
is it different? Is it
yes? This what we call spreads is basically the spread margarine. So that's the Blue Band Original.
So that's the one that we
yes, that's the one that is most commonly known. It's the one that
Yeah.
has actually been there since the beginning.
Okay.
So Blue Band Original can be used. It's multi-purpose. Can be used for various things.
Yeah.
Then Blue Band Low Fat Spread is probably about a few years old. So that's the one that is lower fat content and is purely just for spreading on bread. It still has the vitamins, but doesn't have omega-3 and 6, but it maintains the same taste profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in terms of nutrition, you talked about how Blue Band has all these vitamins and it's good for kids. What would be your suggestion to parents looking to not only use this particular product but like improve the nutrition of their kids?
So what we encourage parents to do, and more so we tend to talk to moms a lot because we know how moms play such a strong role in the home when it comes to nutrition, is we encourage moms to choose Blue Band and to use Blue Band daily when it comes to preparing meals for their kids in various ways. And we specifically try to encourage breakfast, but we can use Blue Band across different dishes across the day. The reason why is because when you use Blue Band Original specifically, which comes with the 6 vitamins and the omega-3 and 6, and it's the only one that has that across even the entire category in Kenya. Like we said, it gives kids those essential vitamins for growth. So what happens is, especially during breakfast, kids need that energy. Kids will have a long day ahead of them, whether it's school, whether it's play, and especially during ages 6 to 12, which is the developmental years around the primary school age. There's a lot happening with kids growing. And so having that as a source, an affordable and accessible source of those essential vitamins means moms don't have to worry whether they actually are getting the nutritional, inclusion in the foods and things that they prepare. And it's very easy because you can either spread it or put it in the porridge or cook with it. So it becomes something that's versatile and something that obviously it's a taste. We take pride in the taste of Blue Band. It's something that has been crafted and preserved for a long time. So you'll find a lot of times kids who enjoy Blue Band will remember the Blue Band taste, which makes food more enjoyable. And the more kids enjoy eating, the more they will want to continue, having more and more and clearing their plates and growing. So essentially that's where we stand with nutrition.
So, other than, applying it on bread, I think that's what most people do.
Yeah.
What are some of the interesting things that people can use Blue Band for?
So there's a whole range of things you can use Blue Band for.
Yeah.
Of course, bread is sort of the one that showed up for a long time.
Yeah.
We encourage people to try it in so many different things. So you find a lot of Kenyans will say, I put it in my githeri. Some people say, I'll mix it in the water when I'm making ugali, or mix it into some of the mbogas you're frying up. You can also do some very interesting things. We've had people sharing with us recipes they've done that are quite exotic, using things like lobster and doing like, a fry with a lobster and using it in different sorts of like marinades. You can bake with it. Yeah. You can use it for, making the wraps like for samosas and things like that. So what we try to do is provide a lot of inspiration. So we work with partners who come up with fantastic recipe videos.
Yes.
We are blessed to have a lot of talent in our market of a lot of foodies and people who love to cook, and even just people at home who want to share recipe videos. And we try to encourage them to share what they've done with Blue Band and also give them some ideas to think about on special occasions or for lunch or whatever it might be. Just maybe even leftovers. You want to try and jazz up your leftovers.
Yeah.
So there's lots and lots of ways to do that. We've got quite a lot that we put out on social media and on our website. So we want to encourage people to just look up some recipes if they don't know, because we tend to get into habits. And I think Kenyans, we love doing the same thing over and over. So it's sometimes hard to try and experiment, but we try and make it exciting and just surprise, audiences with things that might be different, and encourage them to try simple things with the brand. Yeah.
What's your favorite recipe?
Oh gosh, that's difficult. I think it depends whether I'm doing sweet or savory. So I tend to enjoy Blue Band in savory or like lunch or dinner dishes. I particularly like it when you mix it into like stir-fried vegetables and you mix it in with maybe some marinated chicken and just do a light fry and have that with rice. So I find myself trying to also broaden my use of it, but I like that because it's quite. It just gives it a nice texture and it's simple. For me, it's just simple. So I think that would be for now, I would say, my current seasonal favorite.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
What would you say is the future of this brand in this market now that it's been here a long, long time and it's still growing and evolving by the day?
So the future looks extremely bright. One thing that we are very committed about is continuing to innovate. So we are, very keen to see how much more we can do to offer different types of Blue Band spreads to out to the market. When it comes to things like flavorings or even going into what we're now really working on in terms of plant-based, because Upfield is committed to delivering plant-based foods. So we want to be able to also provide our consumers with plant-based options. What that means is that we continue to use the natural oils, but we also want to have something that delivers on even, just the taste and things that are sustainably grown. So we want it to be something that allows us to continue treating the planet well for a long time. So we are committed to innovating. We do look forward to having more variants available this year and next year, even beyond spreads. But we want to maintain what we call our core, which is just maintaining really great quality and taste and nutrition with the brands that we have, especially BB Original, because I think there's a point where people were like, everything can move, but don't mess with my BB.
Yeah.
So we want to keep the things that are great, and then we want to continue doing exciting new innovations.
Fantastic. And good luck. I mean, this brand is like as Kenyan as anything.
Yeah.
So good stuff. And thank you. Thank you for joining us on this podcast.
Thank you. And thanks for having me. Hi, my name is Angelique Libese. I'm the marketing manager for Blue Band Kenya, and I'm happy to be here on the Wamathai podcast.
So Angeline will take us through the different variants of the Blue Band spreads and show us, practically actually how, how to actually even apply it to the bread, but also she'll explain, the difference between the two. So take it away.
Great. So the first thing I'd like to draw your attention to is a Blue Band Original. So this has a navy blue lid, and it says Original at the top, and then it has the omega-3 and 6. And then if you look at this side, you can see the ingredients, and then also the Original is at the front. So this is just going to be an easy demonstration. So obviously you'll find every pack has this foil. This is to protect it from heat exposure and to maintain the quality of the product. So when you take that off, then you can easily just take a clean knife, and it's very easy to use at room temperature. So you don't need to store it, it's stable up until, most room temperature, and then just basically spread it on the bread. Now, spreading on bread is one use of it, but, you can obviously use it for various different things. So depending on your taste, you can do it on, a little bit, or you can have it spread a little thin, just depending on what you like. Then I will show you the next one. So this is the Blue Band low fat spread. So this is 20% fat, made also from the same natural oils. And it has a distinctive light blue color, and it says low fat. So this is specifically for spreading on bread. So we don't recommend this one for cooking or any other usage. And again, you can identify that when you look at it on the shelf. It'll say low fat spread, and it has a light blue lid. Yeah. So I'll show you basically how it looks and how we can spread it. So again, the same seal to protect it. So we have a little tab here. Just release that. And you'll notice it has the same sort of stable kind of texture. So just take a little bit. It's quite smooth and easy to apply. And then you can see how easily it spreads on the bread. It has a nice creamy texture. And that's basically it. And you can enjoy. So have a taste. That's the spread for bread, or low fat spread.
Okay. Thank you.
Just tell me how you like it.
That's really nice.